How could a country like Germany can offer the education for free for everyone? For
Literally
everyone.
everyone. Not just Germans, but also everyone.
Everyone.
So I thought to talk about alternative ways to come to Germany. Could you tell me a bit about yourself and
Yeah.
also what you do?
To give a small brief, I came to Germany also as a student. I was also fascinated by the German technology, Germany as a whole,
Okay.
from India. Then I looked up the opportunities. How can I go to Germany? And the first thing was education. And the second part was they told education is free, it's tuition free.
Yeah.
Like, how could a country like Germany can offer the education for free for everyone?
Literally everyone. Not just Germans, but also everyone.
Everyone. Then
Yeah.
that was curious, and then I started looking for the courses, and then I got an admission into Cottbus, and then I arrived there. I started my masters, and then even when I was studying or when I was preparing my application, along with me, I brought three of my friends along with me.
Really?
I told them, guys, look, Germany is a good country. Look at the opportunities. So many things are there.
Yeah.
Then they were sold. Then I go, okay, Balaji, let's go. So we were like 5 guys.
Okay.
All came together to Germany to study, but 2 different universities.
Okay.
And now everybody's working here.
You all came at the same time.
Same time, at same day, we took the same flags.
Really?
Yeah. So we all came like that, and then that's how the journey started. And then after I arrived in Germany, I used to consult my juniors and other students who wished to go to Germany. So I used to give them pass on informations now and then. And then at one point, it was too much. And then I said, it is really nice opportunity.
Yeah.
Let me do it. And then also another opportunity came to me all the way. I took that up, and then after I graduated, I took this as my career. So I registered my company here as a consultant.
Right after your graduation.
Right after my graduation.
Really? Okay, that's very courageous. I mean, were you not concerned about getting a job or not getting the job, your stay and things like that?
No, not really. I'm sometimes I'm so crazy that I didn't even prepare my CV. Because I thought, okay, if I do it, then I will look for a job. If I do a job, then I might not do this.
That's true, definitely. If you got a job first, you may not do this.
Because you're in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Then you won't have to take the risk. And to be honest, I was hopelessly stupid. I was 22.
Okay.
So I could take the risk. I don't even know. I've never worked all my life. I did my bachelor's and then I came for master's.
And now you started a company.
Yes.
And then in a foreign land.
Finally, when I went for my visa extension, I told them, after graduation, I asked them, I want to apply for self-employment visa. I already did my research, Selbstständiger Visum 21.
Exactly.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
They were like, why?
Okay.
And then they were so happy. Okay, someone starting a company.
Yeah.
And even the startup cell in Cottbus also, they helped me out, and they helped me out with the business planning and everything.
Okay.
So
that's nice.
I just started from the day one. I'm a self-employed in Germany.
But then you started it alone, right?
Yes, I started alone. I started my consulting company. Then I was helping the students. Then after a year, I got an opportunity along my partner.
Okay.
Then we started a school, ISB.
So you started first as a consulting company.
Exactly. I started as a consulting company.
Just giving
Consultation for different universities, different foundation program, different colleges.
Okay.
So we used to guide them. And people really appreciate when you give them the right information.
Definitely.
And that's what helps you grow in this market, especially the very competitive market, consultants. And when you give them the right information, and also I do it with my personal experience. I tell them what are the mistakes I did, what are the things you should not do, what you should do with our experience. So that really kicked off, and then I started my own school, foundation year ISB, and then now we started getting students across the world who want to do this foundation year. Because Germany have this weird rule of 13 years of high school and then you study.
Which is not common in most of
the countries. So that's how the whole project started, and then we helped students who were who want to go to Germany. We are also first teaching only the language part. Just the German language. And then any student who come to us who study the language and they go and write the autonomous proof form.
And so they take the exam in a different center.
In different centers in Hanover, in Berlin, or in Cologne, or in Frankfurt University, they write the exam. And we could able to see that out of 100 students, 80 to 85% of them don't get the admission. because Aufnahmeprüfung is very difficult. Every university have only 30 to 60 places, and almost thousands of people write the exam.
So that means there are less place for the student to take them.
More students apply, and then very less number of seats. So it's like 1:10. Probability is like 1:10. Out of 10 candidates, just one get the admission.
Will be taken.
Then we thought, okay, then what about the 900 students?
What happens to them?
What happened to them? So they wait again 6 more months. Again appear for the exam. And whether they get it, if they get it, they go and study. But even if they don't get it, then either they have two choices: either go back to their home country or go into a private Studienkolleg, complete the foundation course, and then they do it. So that's the idea. We started the foundation course. We were the first private Studienkolleg in the entire Lower Saxony, in Niedersachsen. So there was no Studienkolleg at all at the time. People write in Hanover, Aufnahme, they don't get through it, and they are scattered around here and there, preparing for the next intake. We will give you an opportunity. You can study with us. You can do the foundation course, and then you can go to university.
What's the component of this foundation course, and which people are supposed to take this foundation course?
So basically, this foundation course is required for the students, any students who don't have the direct access to the university, who don't have the direct entry. The German government or the higher ministry says that, higher education ministry says, if you have 13 years of education, it could be your high school or your high school plus your some program bachelor's or something if you have 13 years in total, then you are automatically eligible to go and study in German universities. And if you do not have the 13 years, then you have to go through the foundation year, study the foundation courses, and then you go to university.
That's right.
Unfortunately, most of the world have only 12 years of education.
It's just that we are missing.
Everyone misses, from India, Southeast Asia, Middle East countries, and African nations, and everyone.
Like in Nigeria precisely, they have 12 years. But in a country like Cameroon and maybe some other African countries, they have 13 years.
Tunisia has 13 years.
Exactly.
So few countries
they have that 13
years.
And you see that when they come to Germany, they gain access directly to university. But other people, it's like you come, then you need to do this foundation or preparatory study program. Luckily, I didn't have to do that.
But actually, it's a very nice program because it really transitioned one from the international system to the German system.
Definitely, and I think it's necessary.
It's necessary.
Because otherwise, without that, if you went to the university, it would be hard to cope.
Exactly.
It would be hard to cope.
You don't understand how the professors are talking. You don't understand what they're expecting, how to write a exam, what are the things to consider. So there are many things we teach them how to prepare yourself. It's not only the foundation, but it's preparing you to go into German universities. How you have to go there and write a letter, how to write a paper. So we teach them, how things will be in Germany, how a lecture will happen. So it's a holistic approach. So it's like before, when you go into German education, you will be very much prepared what has been, as per.
Definitely.
Just taking out the internationals and putting into German education system.
No.
It's a mess.
I mean, even for those of us who came here at the master's level, personally, I had some challenges to cope. The transition from there to here at the master's level, it was difficult for me to cope. I think I had to even spend an extra semester. The basic courses that I needed, some of them were missing. So I had to study extra, and then imagine someone coming at the bachelor's level without any foundation course. I would imagine they would face even more challenge.
Yes, and the kids are like 18 years old and 19, 17 years. So we came here and did masters, and we could kind of have an understanding. But them, it's like
it's like from high school to university. It's really different. But what I don't understand is this foundation course applicable to all disciplines, all subjects? Like someone wants to study medicine, engineering, I don't know, business administration, things like that. Is it applicable to all of them?
Right. So even in the foundation course, we have 3 different type of programs. So the T course, one is M course, and one is W course.
TMW.
So the T is for the one, it basically means technical course. So if you wanted to become an engineer, if you wanted to study some engineering programs like mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, informatics, biotech engineering, or some other engineering program. So any technical program, if you want to do, then you have to do this T course.
The T course,
and then the M course is basically if you wanted to become a doctor or if you want to do something really into the science related programs, pure science, then
or
medicine related program, dentist related, physiotherapy or nursing, if you want to go into this field, then M course is the program for you.
Now I see.
So and you should also come from a science background
to
do this from your high school.
And
then we have the W course, Wirtschaft.
Wirtschaft.
So basically, if you wanted to do business administration, economics, commerce related program, so anything apart from technical and engineering, they all have to do this W course. So it's like business related programs. That's for them. And apart from this, we also have this G program. Geschichte. So it's like if you want to do history and arts related program, then we have the G. But unfortunately, we don't offer the G program.
So you just offer the T,
TW and
M.
3 courses.
And the student has to study in German, right? So you cannot do that preparatory program and study in English language. Is it possible?
Not really. Most of the universities here, the language of instruction, it's in German language.
Especially at the bachelor's level.
We do have some English programs, but it's very limited. It's like out of 450 universities and Hochschulen in Germany, out of that maybe 20 universities offer. And not everybody gets into place.
Even if it becomes even very competitive.
And even if you study in English, then you're restricting yourself into just one small area. Even every day you want to go to do shopping, or if you want to find a part-time job, even for everyday activities, language is really important. And we personally believe that the German education, the essence of it, can only be achieved when you learn from the language.
Definitely, because it's all wrapped in the language.
Exactly.
I mean, even those English study program, it was funny during my time. I had this professor, he comes to the classes teaching in English, but his slides are in German. he knows the course is in English, but the slides are in German.
You can't blame them, they have been already teaching.
He's talking English, but the slides are in German. And what can you say?
You have to listen to him.
You have to, because the idea is to listen to him. If you understand, that's okay.
He's just making an effort.
He's just making an effort. And I mean, besides that, also some documents in some universities, they're not translated to English. So
most of the university's website, they don't have the proper English version of it. They have an English version, but when you go to it, there's so many things missing.
What you see is so limited.
Exactly, it's very limited.
Very limited. The Preparatory Foundation program, it's offered both in private schools and also public schools, or how is it?
So this foundation course, or in German, which is Studienkolleg, it's provided by two parties, either public or the private ones. The public ones are the one which is being provided by the university itself from the state, and then we have the private ones. So the basic difference between the public and the private one is the public ones are run by the government itself or the university itself, and they have a system how they can do this. So in order to go into the public ones, first you need to already have a German language, certain amount of German language level, which is B1 and B2. So let's say B2. Some universities require only B1, but in general B1 and B2 level is fine. So that is one first prerequisite. So if you don't have this B1, you cannot do your application. So let's say you study for 6 to 8 months and then you have this B1, B2 level. Then you apply to that Studienkolleg. So basically what they do is they check your documents and they let you know, okay, your documents are fine. We will give you an invitation. They don't give you an admission, but they give you an invitation. So with that invitation, you can apply for a visa and then you can arrive in Germany and then you have to write the entrance exam. And if you pass that entrance exam, after you write the entrance exam, you have to wait for 3 to 4 weeks. And I will also come to the same question, what they write in the exam. We will also discuss what they write, because the student need to know what they have to prepare
for.
So they write the exam, they wait for 3 to 4 weeks, and then if they pass, then they get a place to study the foundation program for 1 year.
In that university.
Also, another thing is, the student always have to apply to as many invitations as possible, because your probability is already 1 to 10. It's not like you come and write in Hanover, you get the admission in Hanover.
No.
It doesn't happen like that. So you have to apply to 5 to 6 universities, and you write the exam in 5 to 6 of them. Like one happens in Berlin and the other one happens in Hanover, the next one in Frankfurt. It's too much tedious process, I know, but unfortunately students have to go through this. In a new country, they come here, travel to different cities with no accommodation. no registration. They're like, travelers. Yeah. So they have to travel to different universities, write the exam. Okay. And this examination happens only twice a year. So one in the summer and then one in the winter. Mm-hmm. So you have to pick the time, then arrive here, write the exam. Let's say you get an admission, then it's well and good. You go and study. Mm-hmm. So if you don't get it, then you have the choice of again preparing for 6 more months.
And you can stay in Germany within this time.
Yes. So what you can do is you already only get 3 months visa, and your visa will be expired, in the next 2-3 months. So what you can do is you can find a local language school here, get the enrollment for maybe your higher levels B2 and C1.
Yeah.
At the same time, for the visa extension,
you can extend your
you should also show them the proof why you want to live here. So one is your language admission letter.
Yeah.
Second one is again apply for the next Aufnahmeprüfung, which is happening in next of 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Also have that letter. Show them that, hey, look, I'm studying my German language and also have my next entrance exam in the next 3-4 months. Yeah. So they will give you another fiction or like the temporary visa for 3 more months. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So using that, you can extend your visa.
Yeah.
And then you attempt for the second attempt. One important point I want to address here is this whole preparatory thing, your language or the Studienkolleg, it is valid only for 2 years. So within this 2 years of time, you have to complete your entire language, complete foundation program, and then be in university. If you fail to do this in 2 years, you will be sent back to the home country. There is no extension of this visa.